My boobs are too small. My D too. Don't worry about it, we are still growing. 20 years later. What? Lit him up for the special effect. From Joker to Ghost Rider. Few understand that ESPA are also self-replicating digital pop stars, EEAI. I wouldn't mind breeding with one of them, to be honest. You may have to introduce me, lol. You're right. There are two Shrekses. The one I had with your dad. And the one I had with your mother. Sending this to my brother. Roast me. Don't touch the dog please. She will be sad. These after Shrek's selfies are getting better. My custom shirt came with a message for porch pirates. Don't steal this. It won't fit. They aren't stealing it to wear. They're gonna duck the shirt. I'm 66 years old and I can't wait. Bring it on. GTA 7 you will be in your grade sadly. He is the real Blackpink. Oreo was weak, an inferior creature. Adopt me instead human, and I shall provide peak pet companionship. Imagine being that one Thanos that loses. Doctor Strange said one out of millions. There's infinite universes, so that means infinite Thanos lost, and infinite Thanos won. If there's infinite then there's a universe where they all come together, and jerk in a circle. Blessed birthday. The biggest candle of them all. You'll make everything about politics. He is a former politician, that's kind of expected madam. And I'm a former hoe, but I still think about things other than Shreks. Ain't no former to that title madam. Hey Ash. What's up? Ready for me to make that Bulbasaur? I'll go prepare. Best part is that you can eat it afterwards. When Jesus appears on your domestic violence. Guys, is this a sign from God I should keep beating my wife? Asking for a friend. Study finds poorer men like bigger breasts, while the richer like them smaller. Jeffrey Epstein net worth $500 million checks out. Visit whore. Ready to lose my V card, so people stop teasing me. She opens the door, smiles, tilts her head, and says "oh." Gives me a hug and pats my head. Honey, you don't do this. Go home and find a nice girl. What the duck did I do? Don't visit your own mom. Who makes his ducking t-shirts? IMAX. Duck off. Jesus, this is my heroin. Is this your card? No. Check under your foreskin. I'm Jewish and I don't have one. Check again. The Protector. Judging by the uniform, helmet and the fact that the tank is a German tiger, this cat is an artsy, bad kitty. No. I play this when I'm ducking my girlfriend on her period. 50 people. You are traffic. They're right. We all could learn something from my human trafficking. Karnataka, BJP-MLA used HIV positive women to honey trap his rivals. Pro-biz on. Biological horror. Berserkif Guts and Griffith talked about their feelings. Not gonna lie, seeing Griffith like this low-key makes me hard. I drank my best friend's breast milk. I, 19, M was out on a hike with my friend 20, F, who has a 1-year-old that she breastfeeds. When my blood sugar became dangerously low, I knew I was gonna pass out because I'm prone to it, and we had no food on us to stabilize my levels because we didn't want to attract animals. Plus I haven't fainted in a while, so I wasn't worried about it. My friend essentially breastfed me for like a minute to keep me from passing out so we could hike back to the car. Bro had to hide the Snickers bar after that. Best friend married my father. I, F, 22. I'm the daughter of an army officer and my mother passed away some while back, but now my father has married my own best friend and I don't know what to even think about. I only found out right when it was about to happen, and she even acts like she is my mother, making it even more awkward. Marry her father. Now you are her mother too, and you are your own granddaughter. and your father is now your son-in-law. Once you have a kid, the kid will be the father's brother, but at the same time his grandkid. You're all trapped in a burning building. You can only save one. Gamer girl ashes probably sell for more than bath water. The best thing about Demon Slayer is how it makes the fans connect with a new character in such a little amount of screen time. You could say the same about 50% of the hentai out there. Anthony Stokes, teen who got heart transplant, dies in car chase. A Georgia teenager who received national attention for a controversial heart transplant in 2013 was killed Tuesday in high-speed police chase. At least he died doing what he loved, committing a crime and running away from police. You want glory? I'll show you glory. 4 ducks, that would be considered a dildo. This comment is both scientifically accurate and horrible. Anima is supposed to be a perfect world to escape to. Adding black people to that world kind of defeats the point. Screenshot withdrawals for Blacktober. Why did they give Deku braces? Hasn't he suffered enough? Why did they make Deku black? Hasn't he suffered enough? Kurz just sacked walking to the nearest 15 to 35 year old after only 57 of them died before the end of the week. I just want to talk to him. Just another day making their German ancestors proud. Korn played with Con. Very impressive, but can you play dying fetus with a dying fetus? Firelord Zuko. Side-eye. Best Two-Face cosplayer. One day, someone will think about you for the last time in eternity. You will be forgotten by the world and the universe. Not if I eat the Mona Lisa. Burger King Titanic inflatable slide. Oh my god. Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. Now let's punch a giant hole in it while a bunch of kids are up there and reenact the experience. Me joins on that thing and uses a huge needle to destroy that thing. Will the people on there? Did his house sounds like a ducking zombies map? Did his LA house has a grotto, an underwater tunnel that connects the main buildings, according to TMZ. Okay, but low-key Wallow Bottom is hot like no please. Don't take away my thinking privileges, I'll behave. Funeral. At Fred's inflatable funeral home, we put the fun back in funeral. Screams internally. Girls with the time machine. I'm your granddaughter. Really? Boys with the time machine. A child will fall into your enclosure. Stay far away from it and do nothing. Understood. Thank you. Act like you're a cop and don't help the kid. Bruh, I'm dead. Got shot in school? To save a life is to be tied to that life. Know that I will take care of you and keep you from harm. But first, you must be willing to submit to loving authority. Kneel for we are bound. She can't do that anymore, it's 2024. I just want a decent girl who loves me for who I am. You've got one. It's your grandmother. But grandma can't suck my dick. Not with that attitude. What are duck me eyes? I heard this term so many times, but I really don't know what people mean when they say it. Edit. Can dudes also have a duck me eyes? It's Morbin time video proof. Morbius 2022. I just morbid all over myself and my living room. Boys will be boys. After being abused as a child, a deployment to Afghanistan, my girlfriend cheating on me, and severe PTSD and depression afterwards, this video has brought me closer to suicide than anything else. Is could be us. But you ducking killed yourself. One less weeb, I guess it's a good ending after all. On Facebook, anti-vaxxers pushed a mom not to give her son Tamiflu. He later died. I feel like intentionally not giving your kid the necessary medication for their recovery should get your kids taken away. Well, you have to admit, in this case this is exactly what happened. Can you send me info on how to hide the kids in my basement when the cops come over? Just sent it. I've heard you selling fentanyl. Would sharing some info where to provide it? Sent. Can you send me info on how to get away with war crimes? Check your DMs. Why would anybody want to look like that? It's practical. If you lick her lips, it forms a vacuum seal and you can stick her to the window like a Christmas decoration. Students dressed as furries could be collected by animal control if new Oklahoma bill passes. Not to be anti-furry, this is purely humor, but they would be turned on by that. Y'all black girls ain't got nothing on us white queens. Whatever you say, Jonathan Davis from Korn. I'm a thick tomboy. I'm turning into a dog. Bark for me then. Woof woof mommy. Good puppy. What? The duck. My eyes regret existing. Part of me would. The spirit is strong, but the wood is weak. The wood is strong and my spirit is weak. Unzips. I asked out my crush. She told the principal. I got fired. For every orphan you kill you can jump 0.5 centimeter higher. What are they gonna do? Call their parents? Grippy Grace. My girlfriend's name is Grace and looks a lot like that. If any ducking perverts comment I will dox you. Cough. I'm looking for a small puppy that will stay small. Get one that has parvo. It'll never grow up. Oh god no. Good damn it. I'm a furry now I guess. I'm necrophiliac. More respectable than furry. This prank is going to be crazy. Americans pranking their Japanese friends be like. It was so funny they did it a second time. Why won't you ever have a threesome? I prefer to disappoint one woman at a time. If I wanted to disappoint two people at once I'd go to dinner with my parents. Didn't you steal the chipmunks? We squive mead whiskered whack I've been a good quitten. I had a stroke reading this, and to be honest I wish it killed me. From a first date in 4 words. You look prettier awake. Making an engagement ring for my fiance. Deleting because the bitch said no. What is a quick way to relieve a headache? Decapitation. I don't know. There are a lot of people who give me a headache. This could take a while. Why you got your drawers in a Ziploc bag? To seal in the flavor. Baba, what you want, fam? Him, let me get that y equals mx plus b. Baba, say no no. That is exponential growth which is y equals a b on x. So you are wrong, and you have failed. Invisibility, hypnosis, time stop, transformation / imitation, memory manipulation and body possession. Yo hide my tags what the duck. What is the most ducked up thing you've seen a friend do? Light a mouse on fire. I stopped being his friend after that. Yeah, dodged a bullet with that one I think. The mouse didn't though. RIP. Went to Tesco, but couldn't find what I wanted to buy so left disappointed. Hi Walt. Your feedback is important, so we can improve our stores. What were you looking for? Cocaine. It is way easier to make a plant-based meat than a meat-based plant. I don't know man. If you hit someone in the head hard enough, they become a vegetable. Pret. Hard to argue with this logic. If you could permanently change the price of something to $1, what would it be? It costs nothing to be nice womp womp now it costs $1. Could use someone special in my life. I grew up poor. My aunt once left her toothpaste at our house. After staying one time, me and my siblings ate it like it was candy in little bits over a few weeks. This is so casually sad that it just breaks my heart. Let me buy you all the toothpaste you could ever eat. It's always men. I know we talk about race, religion, creed, bullying, socio-economic class, gun control, etc. every ducking time this happens. But it's men. It's always men who do this. That's the common thread. Men walk into rooms and buildings and gun people down. Men do this. Cause women's don't have balls for it. What did you not know about Shreks until you lost your virginity? The internal temperature. Try reapplying the thermal paste. In extreme cases, switch to water cooling. Hi. I'm a 2nd grade teacher trying to show my students how quickly a post can go viral and change lives. If this photo gets 10,000 likes I will kill them. Let's try and get 20,000 for 2 classes to die. Your Shrek's life is now called The Last Thing You Watched. What's its title? Dune. Dry as duck right now. It might get weird later though. Can't wait. My husband runs a sawmill, and look at these he cut today. Anyone else see a dog? I feel like I see more of a sad pig. Turn on your monitor. Word scramble. Spine lie the ginger subtext. 1. Penis. 2. Hitler. 3. Unlock another character to use word. 4. But Shreks. What is a story you will never stop telling to people? I ducked a girl with a stutter one time. It was great. I managed to finish before she said no. Please be a joke, please. Be a joke, please be a joke. The airport security guard staring at me after I whispered, "Don't be a hero" to him, and started walking towards the boarding gate with a suspiciously large and black duffel bag. What is something you always overeat when in front of you? Horse semen. Hypothetically, if you had a bottle of Febreze stuck up your ass, I don't, how would you get it out? Help me. Edit. That was the best shit I've ever taken. Thank you for your concern. But it's out now. You ever pull start a lawnmower? The poop doesn't want to come out, but you do the pendulum technique. Nah bruh, you gotta hit the. Never judge anyone just by the deeds they show. Good deeds. Sins. Sins. Good deeds. This man is bad. Don't judge Hitler, guys. iPhone 10 ain't even that old. 7 years pretty old. That's what I told the judge, but still got charged. But how did you got 3? Left forehand, right forehand and mid for your mouth. If you think about it, laxative chocolate is an infinite chocolate glitch. Wood, raw, over the counter, face on the register, during hours, in front of everyone. Last time I checked I had a penis. Gotta check if it's still there. Edit. It's still here. Check again. Shit, where is my foreskin? Duck. Not sharp enough for entire thing. You got lucky this time, pal. Don't cross my path again, or your donja will become my dinner. You received a like. Don't keep your potential match waiting. Become a premium member to find out who they are and match today. Even in the fog of war, a tank is still visible. Let's say I got my dick stuck in a ketchup bottle, which I didn't. How would I get it out? Wait till it's soft and pull it out, LMAO. It's cutting off the blood flow and it won't get soft. Not that I did that. This was today. Amber alert. Child abduction. Oh shit. Someone stole Elon Musk's kid. Taylor. 23. Plus size. 5 feet 11. If you white, it's an automatic no. If you Hispanic, it's an a maybe. If you black, it's an automatic yes. White privilege. I'm a transsexual looking for a good man. Look within. Posting more cause I can. Willy Wonka while the children are dying in his chocolate factory. Your last name is your ancestor's job. People with last name Armstrong. I worry for people with the surname Dickinson. Told hot landlord I need help with a problem. You're supposed to get stuck. Do it again. Is y'all's high school crush still fine? Hell no, she went from elegant to elephant. Yep. She went from cheerleader to chair rider. It was a bad car accident. They aren't fainting from the heat, the queen is taking their life force and adding to her own life. What is your kink you wish you didn't have? Probably my praise kink. When someone praises me, not even Shrekshly, I get hard. And my girlfriend can just control me so easily. Good job on those spreadsheets, Steve. Boner intensifies. Who's grandma's sweetest boy? Oh my. Not gonna lie, I always feel pretty weird when pets so happy to lick their owners, but would probably freaked out or agitated if their owners do the same. Yeah, my dog really freaked out when I humped his leg. The grandson of Tony Hawk and Kurt Cobain. Tony Hawk and Kurt Cobain were married. It was a shotgun wedding. Took an allergy test. I'm allergic to almost everything. Do not leave home. Do not pass go. Do not have a social life. Do not consume any food or drink. Just eat a big peanut butter sandwich and hope you roll better stats when you respawn. What are some of the weirdest kinks you know? I dated a woman who wanted me to orgasm on her food before she ate it. The first few times, I can get behind the novelty of it. After a while, blowing a load on Domino's pizza loses the mystique. Bros working a 9 to 5. You look like every other 18-year-old right before they start an OnlyFans. Completely average and soulless smile. Bro, this is speciest. You don't have to be a chicken in order to eat fetuses. I do it all the time. Oh, I have all my fingers. This is one of those few games that actually gets easier the more times you screw up. Would you sacrifice 3 inches of your to gain 7 inches in height? I ain't got enough to sacrifice. Card declined. Point of view. Woody and Buzz silently staring. A 16-year-old dandy turns on incognito mode for the 3rd time tonight. And his mom has toys called Woody and Buzz as well. I just put my mama in a Bentley. Nice. I put mine in a state of constant worry for my well-being. I put mine in a home. Done with her nonsense. I love how he's holding SpongeBob and Patrick captive. He's breastfeeding them. Enough YouTube for today. Ask me anything, but then edit the comment to make look bad. How old do you prefer, you girlfriends or boyfriends? 4. I prefer 12. 4 is too tight and risky. What's the perfect response to "so when are you two going to have kids"? When he starts coming inside of me instead of all over my face and tits. Can he believed I've cut his finger, then fingered a bird and got chlamydia in his finger, then got it amputated. I forgot British people call girls birds, and I was supremely disturbed. Not the best blowjob I've ever had, not gonna lie. The gynecologist after you leave the room. I hope not. Women usually don't go there to show off how healthy they are. Welcome to Flavor Country. Grail, the daughter of Darkseid, considers Cyborg to be the most dangerous member of the Justice League. The cops says the same thing about him. Lying with statistics. We interviewed 1,000 people that had played Russian roulette before. 100% of them survived the game. Conclusion: Russian roulette is completely safe to play. Be immortal. Any pet you have live as long as you do. People with a brain. Then you get hit by a car the next day and poor kitty/doggo gotta follow you. Nua can deflect a missile. Not against Japan though. They can't either. How she thinks she looks versus how I think she looks. I also like my girlfriend deep fried. Identical twin brothers Neil and Adam Pearson have neurofibromatosis. The disease affects them differently. Which one's Adam? The one with glasses. They are not even prescription glasses. He just wears them so that you can tell them apart. I'm so tired from work. Dad, play with me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Because you'll never catch me. That's why I will throw my child into an ocean full of sharks. They are simply the better parents. Did you know? If you rest one of your testicles on top of an empty beer bottle and hold a flame at the base, eventually the testicle will be sucked inside. If you did know this, please can you let me know how to reverse it? It's quite urgent. Obviously just use a hammer to smash the bottle. That's bloody nuts. You guys are cringe Naya. People that use baka, Nico, and nanny in normal sentences. Actual weebs. I still use Omi wa Mao Shindaru when I point a gun at my classmates. Name something that's illegal but isn't unethical. Buying/selling human organs. Human trafficking. Prostitution. Drug trafficking. Gambling. Insider trading. Extortion. Child labor. Union busting. So you hate images? Show us your 5 most recent images. A nuclear disaster on Easter Island which causes the death of many Japanese bombers. Peter launches gruesome online shop with goods made of human leathers. Smells like missing hikers and Shrexually active camp counselors. Jason has entered the chat. It is so ducked up that this is part of being a woman. I can only apologize for my thirsty and disgusting brothers. The fact that women still romantically seek out men is proof that Shrexuality is not a choice. If you turned 22 today, November 30th, congratulations. You will be exactly 69 years, 4 months and 20 days old on the 20th of April 2069. You only have today to like this. Damn. I turned 22 yesterday. I'm sorry but your mother isn't cool. She couldn't just hold you in like a big shit for a few more hours? One of my classmates called me a vamphobic slur today, so I bit her hand. Turns out her parents are lawyers and they might sue because she contracted tetanus. Sure she did. I'm so effing sick of mortals. Bruh, I wanna know what a vamphobic slur is. Bloodsucker, sunburned bat, vigor, I have a V word pass, and bloodborne disease vector. Looks like my mother-in-law. Damn you, crumb. Me vacuum cleaning. That one small crumb that just won't get sucked in. God dang it, the hamster escaped again. If you could poop anything other than poop, what would you poop? Water. Clean butt. Clean toilet. Yeah, but your ass ain't watertight all the time. One day you'll be living life and you'll be leaking. It'll just be pure water though, so who cares? Everyone's seeing liquid drip from your pants. I'd fill up a water bottle. No one. Desks in detention class. If this is what it takes to get tons ollies, I'ma be a desk too. Would you have Shreks with a woman? I already did with your mum. Yeah, and she's still mad you got shit all over her strap on. Spit out your dad's cum as I read this. Restaurant date. Waiter, hey guys, looks at me. Oh shit, SpongeBob. Is that you? Date, SpongeBob. Me. Yeah, it was a nickname in college cuz. Waiter, cuz he was inside a pineapple. Me. Date. Waiter, just humping motion. Duck the shit out of that thing. How ya been, man? Wouldn't that burn? Like a lot. Like a really ducking lot. Pineapple juice is extremely corrosive, particularly to proteins. Wouldn't wanna leave any of that under the foreskin. Suit yourself. I like it when my dick sizzles. Jesus. How many police officers does it take to change a light bulb? None. They'll just beat the room for being black. I once got arrested for killing a black man. They charged me with impersonating a police officer. One time I sold blood-covered panties on the internet to creeps, but what they didn't know what they were licking was my blood riddled with herpes and AIDS. Dude, what the actual duck? At least she's finally ducking bathing. Hold on. Power doesn't take bath. She canonically doesn't wipe either. I want to sniff her so bad. No. I said slay the dragon, not lay the dragon. Papa. That dragon looks like it wants round 2. I'd be okay with that. She's pretty and fertile. Good combination. What the duck? Angriest older sister and little brother interaction. Me and my older sister interaction. Adolf Hitler has won a local council election in Namibia. Guess who's back? Someone please stop working and talk to me about what in the living Duxman Cowell has done to his face. He nutted and she kept sucking. I was in the middle of a fap when my friend called me from the other side of the planet. I was in France and he was in the US. We started off talking about life stuff and then he started to complain about his work and almost started crying for how stressful and undervalued he felt at work. But I couldn't stop, so I came whilst my friend was pouring his heart out over the phone. We are best friends since high school, but I never told him this, lol. Satan himself couldn't get this type of shit out of me. I once jerked off to the Lego Princess Leia minifigure wearing the slave girl outfit. Not my proudest moment. When me and my ex were still dating, I did it to her naked. Fun fact. Most restaurant TV menus are Bluetooth and their passcode either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 8 zeros. I've always wanted to watch Pom while I waited for my Big Mac. I'm loving it. I rewatched the B movie I knew the movie itself was a meme, but my god, I can't breathe. That one didn't age quite so well. I haven't seen the movie myself, but from what I understand, a bee ducks someone's wife. What's a fun NSFW history fact? Soldiers in World War I would deliberately have Shreks with STD-ridden prostitutes so they could claim medical leave and be discharged to get out of the war. Discharged by discharge. Smart move. I don't even wanna touch this comment to upvote it. What would my rapper name be? Da Baby Tushaya. My 4-year-old asked what happens when you drive over a stick of butter. I said, it'll flatten. He asked how I knew, and that's how we got here. So what I'm saying is, when we have a hypothesis in this house, we test it. I'm also saying, my wife is away. I hope he doesn't ask where babies come from then. What's the name of their mixtape? Group, Muggle Duckers. Album, No Sleep Till Hogwarts. Hits, Levitate This Bitch. Let Me Slytherin. Butterbeer, Brothers in House. Fifth of Hermione. Wrist Flick and Chill. Snitchin' and Stitchin'. Half-Blood Crips. Sellin' in the Alley. Who is the oldest celebrity that you'd be willing to have Shreks with? Nice try, Leo DiCaprio. Wait, men have to hide their boners? How the duck do you guys even do that? Fold it in half. Easy. What's a kinky activity you've regretted implementing into your Shrek's life? 3 kids later, I'm really rethinking this cream pie thing. Make the fish pay rent. Sell pics of fish nudes. OnlyFans. Hello nurse, I genuinely can't tell. Are you black? It's okay if you are, I'll still watch your videos. Young people all sound the same to me. In my day you could tell a man's color by his speech. Are you single? You sound like a nice person. I like nurses. They give me the pills. That makes it stop. They used to anyway. Do you want children? To come in a blender. She wanted a cum smoothie. It doesn't sound bad at all. I would do that for her, but she would need to return the favor, letting me use her juices for a tea or something. I'm a ducking degenerate, aren't I? Yes. Yes you are. What are some alternative uses for the penis that don't involve Shreks or the expelling of urine? Doorbell or elevator button presser? Imagine if your teeth were flaccid and got hard when you were hungry. Sure, make brushing em more pleasurable. Would you kindly shut the duck up? And I thought me calling something a cummy ache was bad. She had a horrible smell down there, and come to find out it was a condom that had been stuck inside her cooch for weeks and started to rot. After I nutted, I told her she needed to get that looked at. After I nutted. Ducking animal. What the actual duck did I just read? I failed too, but I've discovered I've been gifted with the ability of cumbunding. Excuse me, what? I can manipulate cum as I like. No ballsack is safe. The adult film industry would like to have a few words with you, sir. I did this as Japan fended off attacks from Russia, China, Australia, all of them. They all either declared peace with me or left me the duck alone. Day 50, game ends. I got some gold for being number 8. It's like kissing your sister. Yeah, it's kinda interesting, but I wouldn't want to do it twice. What the duck did I just read? Does anyone actually know what you're supposed to do when people are singing happy birthday to you? Yes. Sit there awkwardly. I usually masturbate. KKK leaders started stabbing each other over argument about who's the most racist. Clash of Clans. What is this? Wrong answers only. Antidepressant. If you could pick, how do you wanna die? Peacefully in my sleep like my grandfather. Not yelling and screaming like the passengers in his car. Has your muscle gain help you with women? Nah, I was already strong enough to defeat all women before I started lifting. My mom hooks up with my friends. Hey man, I'm sorry to hear. If you need a friend to talk to, I got you. What is your honest body count? 12. But I will have more after I make room for more in my basement. Doctors of Reddit, what's the worst thing you can do to your body? Nothing. Being stagnant with your body will literally kill you. Move around. Go walk. Bend your knees. Stretch. Dualidate. I read as I laid on the couch for what I thought was 10 minutes, but it's really been 4 hours. My twin brother and I had made a promise to eat a last meal together before we take our last breath. Why is the ramen so salty? Twin brother came in his brother's last meal. One last gotcha. Ladies, if he calls you his queen now it means he wants you dead. Know your worth. New queen emoji. Being a pet owner is like being a sugar daddy. You waste all of your money on keeping them happy and the only thing they do is look cute and give you attention sometimes. There is, hopefully, one major difference. Yes, you usually don't have Shreks with the human ones. My 6-year-old kid called to me. We found a brown dog daddy. While we started setting up our tents on a camping trip, my heart sank as I saw him petting a grizzly bear cub cluelessly. Remember, you don't have to outrun the bear, you just have to outrun the other guy. New neighbors just moved right next to me. They tell me to not use Wi-Fi because their son has Wi-Fi sickness. What's the most powerful router with the longest range for under $250? They make little satellite type dishes that can focus beam Wi-Fi for miles. Fry that little freak like an ant. If 2 pregnant women get in a fight it's like 2 fetuses having a mecha battle. Same with parasitical anal worms. You can eat animals, but never duck them. With humans it's the opposite. That only works theoretically. Best way to apply thermal paste? Does it even matter? I never thought that Johnny Sins is also a PC guy. What's the easiest way you've managed to get laid? I winked at a girl from a table away at the college cafe, and not only did that end in a BJ in my car that night, we are married now, and we both graduated. Turns out we had a lot in common. Graduated summer cum lord. Chloroform. Tips for your first street fight. Some things to expect. This was really effective on my wife. What's the weirdest thing you've done that you could only tell people anonymously? All throughout middle school, there was someone who tucked unwrapped Hostess devil dogs into the toilet paper dispensers in the bathrooms, so that when you pulled some toilet paper out, the devil dog would fall out into your hand. We had to have an assembly about it. That person was me. My dad just left the bathroom door open and yelled commands at us from the toilet while simultaneously pooping, drinking coffee, and reading the paper. I don't drink coffee because I still associate the smell with the smell of his morning shit. What the duck? He gets shit done. Give this man an award. You still gotta respect his time management and ability to delegate. He didn't become number 2 in the office from nothing. God damn it, Timmy, you idiot. Hold the flashlight still. Timmy calmly stood and slammed the hood shut on his father's neck. Wholesome. Hand jobs pointless as duck. You really think you can beat my meat better than me? That's why you can only accept hand job from a man they have experience in the field. Me thinking my mom died because she's taking longer than usual at the store. She's just wrestling my teacher behind a 7/11 to boost my grades. That's Kim Yo-jong, sister of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. She's considered even more ruthless and devious than her brother and is poised to take over the country if anything ever happens to him. But she's hot, so men will accept her flaws and try to get with her anyway. I have jerked off to R34 of her 2 times already. Being pregnant, you technically have 2 hearts inside of you. This makes you a Time Lord. If you're pregnant with twin boys, you technically have 2 dicks inside of you. This makes you a popular category on certain websites. At some point in your life somebody has masturbated to the thought of you. I don't believe so, but alright. I got you homie. My next one goes out to you. I just got a promotion. The bathroom at my new office has suicide prevention coat hooks. So, what happened to the person whose position you filled? They had to unfortunately cut him loose. Invisible. But you have to be fully naked and all sounds you make are 10 times louder. This would be amazing. Sneak into a movie, release a thunderclap of a fart, and get out undetected. Lawyers who put together wills. What is the craziest / oddest thing someone wanted to put in this? When my grandfather passed, his will asked that I clean out his shed and I alone. I found marijuana seeds, old real style film pornography, which was hilarious, and a bunch of other unsavory paraphernalia, 50s flick knives too. So like clearing his browsing history for him, but cooler. It will be a lot harder for kids to win against their parents in video games in the future. My parents' goal is to stay just good enough at the latest games so that I can beat my kids at their latest game and then go victory duck their mother. There's something about Mr. Beast that we don't know. Can't quite put my hands on it. I know. 8.55 inches long, 3.75 inches wide, uncut, curved slightly to the left. Tip is F7BFD3 pink. Shaft is a creamy brown, 4 distinct veins with the longest ranging from the base to the tip on the middle right side. Excretion is macaroon cream and hairs trimmed, but not clean shaven. Fun Australian fact, this kangaroo is waiting for pursuers to come into the water with him, where he will try to drown them. They are extremely good at it. Never ever go into water with a kangaroo. Everything has lots of innovative ways to kill you here. How Australian can you get? This bloke was 6 feet tall. She went out to prom with me. Her parents said she really likes me. We went out to dinner together multiple times. We snuggle with each other at night. But in the end I still got rejected. Honestly, I don't even know what hints are anymore. I have decided I don't need a girlfriend. Since I have a dog, I don't know what to do with the personalized mugs I was gonna give her, so I'll into the shelf they go. Hey man, I got a better idea. If her parents' mother really liked you, then go for her mother. If she rejects you for another, you should go for her mother. This little Filipino girl, at age of 11, couldn't afford a pair of running shoes for her school race. So she made them herself, using plastic and tape, and even drew a Nike logo on it. After her story went viral, Nike CEO traveled all the way to the Philippines and visited her in person in order to sue her for $200,000, claiming copyrights infringement. Nike CEO dropped this. I'm jealous of your heart. Why? It's pumping inside you and I'm not. Guess we'll have to change that then, won't we? Millie proceeded to take her own life, thus stopping her heart from pumping. But it didn't stop Steven pumping inside her.